Hey Lawn Dogs, Floyd with Honor Lawn Care, honorlawncare.com. It is Wednesday, the 13th of January, 2021. Welcome to Lawn Dog Coffee. Hey, while we're waiting for people to get in here, I want to remind you guys to subscribe, like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can be updated on all the information that comes out from me and Mowers for Vets and Honor Lawn Care. Hit that little bell too. So anyway, while we're waiting for people to get in here, I'm watching Happy's Family video from 11 hours ago. So let's watch that while we wait for people to come in to chat, and I'll get the tag and all that up in the stream. Let's see.
Use one glove of a pair, so
because we never use them all the time, even though they tell us to use them all the time. I can feel things better without the gloves on.
I know. So.
Sometimes I'll put latex gloves on because I can feel.
Yeah, you use latex gloves a lot better, or a lot more.
We are gonna go finish this patio
finally.
Finally, yeah. After all the storms, we haven't really recorded much. So our breaking things continues into 2021, right, boss?
Yeah.
What did the employee break this time?
So we went out to go on Saturday to try to get this patio done, but the weather turned bad again, and then the weather turned bad again on Monday.
Yeah, it snowed yesterday.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, long story short, I came out to the truck and one of my back windows is busted out.
The employee broke the window. I got mad because she was making me work in 32-degree weather.
Really,
so
man? Really?
No,
why would you say that?
I came out here. I was moving the ladder, and the wheelbarrow was on the ladder. And somehow the wheelbarrow slid down the ladder and went through, as you can see, the back window.
Yeah.
So we called a friend. We're talking to a friend now. He was saying maybe buy a used one to hold back, but I don't see, there's a tiny piece of glass there. I don't see why they can't replace the little piece of glass that's there. So
we'll see. Know.
We're gonna call a glass place and get that taken care of. If they can do it for cheaper, if it's like an $800 fix, we'll just talk to the insurance company then, right?
Yeah, because my deductible's only $250.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
And the front windshield needs to be replaced because the other day we were driving down the road and a rock came up off the road. We heard a loud bang and now it's got a chip and a crack.
I know. So I was about to call them anyway about that. So I can just ask about the back window now before we, pay out of pocket. But my goodness, you guys.
So hopefully that's all our bad luck for this year, but we're pretty sure it's not going to be.
That was in 2021, man. That's like starting the year off with a bang.
Yeah, well, that's why I said hopefully that's all our bad luck for this year. You know, but I doubt it. We'll definitely have other things go wrong. That's life, guys.
It's life. And
you can pout over it. You can complain over it. It's not money that we have to spend right now because we're not balling.
No,
by no means.
Not in the winter. Not with 4 kids that eat you out of house and home, but and all these animals. But it is what it is, and what am I gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? So let's go finish this patio. We gotta go to site one and pick up all the stones. So
yeah,
let's go. So we have to go to Lowe's to get the sand, but I wanted to show you guys.
We got 2 watching, guys. The link's up there.
That's behind our house, not too far.
Yeah, it looks like it.
You guys want to come on up? We'll drop Happy down. I'm just watching this till we get some people up here, man. It's getting caught up on YouTube videos. People, Happy's Family posted this 11 hours ago. If you haven't got Happy's Family on YouTube, you need to go check them out. It's pretty good. A good couple there. I think more couples should be like them. All right, Diego is not in the house.
Yeah, that's a lot of snow up there, isn't it?
Yeah. We didn't get any.
We didn't get any of it either. Man, they built this Ingles quick, didn't they? That used to be an empty parking lot. All right, empty woods.
Look at that wall that they built.
There you go. They're doing river rock. So, as you guys can see, we are back here to build a patio. Rachel's picking rocks up. And then we're gonna seed all in here where the dirt is. So let's see. We got rain and
Diego,
everything.
how you doing,
let's
man?
see how this played out.
Getting ready for your day?
Not too bad. Worked, I think.
Hazardo, what's going on, man? Links up
Definitely
there somewhere.
water in the box. We need to put more smaller rocks in here. But let's go ahead and get this patio started right here. It shouldn't take us too long. It's pretty much leveled out. It's just got to do a little bit more, then build it. And then we're going to put a little dirt here and put an erosion mat right in this area here. So let's go ahead and finish doing this.
Oh, it don't matter to me, Hazard. I'm just watching this video so people show up. People don't seem to show up to my stream still about 10 minutes in or so. Morning, Deputy, or Neil. How's it going, man? You able to come on up, or you just watching? I'm just watching Happy right now, waiting for people to come up to chat because I'm boring. At least Happy puts out good videos. What's he doing the PVC down for? This is something, okay. So I figured. Does he take them out? Yep. That's pretty clever, actually.
And we're just doing a basic patio.
Oh, yeah, Hazard.
Nothing fancy, no pattern.
Morning.
I'm
Morning.
talking to the
Here, let
camera.
me shut this down.
Yeah, we're just doing it.
Talking to the camera. What's going on, man? Cut your hair.
Yeah, nothing much. What are you up to this morning?
Not much. Just doing tax stuff, paperwork, money, finances, all that crap. Kind of getting ready to start my budgeting for next year, and I had to take care of some W-2s to my CPA and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, I went out yesterday and almost bought a mower.
Oh, Diego, you need to watch him, man. That's a good channel. You haven't watched it. You almost bought a mower.
Yeah.
Used or new?
You know what?
Used or new?
A new one. I went over to a deer dealer and was going to get a 915E, but I went through and was going to apply for the financing and everything, whole 9 yards, and got turned down for that. I guess I still ain't got good enough credit for that.
Yeah. Happens.
But I went and looked at a Skag dealer. They had Skag, Spartan, and Wright. And I was looking at a V-Ride and the Tiger Cat 2 when I was down there. I believe I'm going to go with a Tiger Cat 2, which I've never been a big fan of Skag. I've never really used them or anything, but I like that Tiger Cat.
A lot of people like Skag, man. I don't know nothing about them, but I've never driven one. We don't have them around here, but a lot of people like them.
Yeah. What do you use?
Kubota. I got a Kubota and Toro. Kind of a. I started with Kubota when I bought out another lawn care company. I got all this equipment, and they were all Toro. I'm not a big fan of the zero turns I got with it because they're residential grade. But the grandstand isn't, and I love the grandstand. So I don't know. It's when it comes time for new mowers, I'm kind of run both. Both dealerships here in town. One sells the Toro, one sells Kubota. They're both very treat me very well and very nice. So it's kind of like I want to try to split business up between both of them if I can. Echo, they both sell Echo products, so that's not it. It's whoever has it in stock at the time usually.
Yeah.
If I need it, yeah. But they're yeah. I like my Kubota, my 781i, and I like the grandstand. So, but when it comes time to buy a new mower, I'll probably buy another standard. I just don't know if I'll get another grandstand, or Kubota just came out with one last year.
Yeah.
But I haven't driven it yet. I was going to test it out, but they sold it. So I'm like, when it comes to that time, I'm going to do some demoing, see what I got. But it'll probably be between those two regardless, because I don't feel like driving to where the Exmark dealer is, and John Deere is 45 minutes away, and these guys are like 5 minutes from my house.
Is Bobcat still going to make the standards for Kubota? Because Bobcat bought out Bobcat and all that confusion.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I know Kubota just got into it, and somebody made their standards for them.
Yeah, it was Bobcat that made theirs. But since they traded hands, I wonder if they're still doing it.
I haven't looked into it too much. I will when that time comes. I just don't like looking into crap when I'm not in the market to buy, because then I just get upset because I'm not buying. See my lazy dog back there? Both of them. That's Jack on the ground on the cement and the walls in the back room over there.
But yeah, pretty much around here, as far as full commercial grade equipment goes, a lot of people run Skag, but there's a lot of people that run Bad Boy, and I think it's simply because there's a dealer right in the middle of town. And the thing is, there's the market around here is so saturated, and even some of the bigger companies around here, they just run residential grade machines. Like one guy, I think he runs 2 crews, and according to my helper, he used to work for him. He has like 300 some properties that he does in this area, and that's all he runs is residential Bad Boys.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with running residential.
Yeah,
I
mean, but then there's another guy.
That's true. Neil, that's true. I'm not planning on buying any new mowers this year. I don't know if 110 is the number, but I'm not buying any new mowers this year. It's not the plan.
But
maybe I'll spoil. If I do well, maybe I'll spoil myself if I go to GIE. See what they got down there. I don't know.
You use the regular little gas powered Kubotas, or you got the big shaft drive machines?
Gas. Yep, 781i. Love that mower. Love it.
At work, we got the big 72-inch 3-cylinder diesels.
Yep.
And those things, nobody hardly likes them over there because they overheat kind of easily. But the biggest thing is them clutch washers they use on the blades, them cupped washers. They seems like they don't last long, and they lose their tension, and the blades just start free spinning. You got to buy new washers all the time, it seems like.
I think I know what you're talking about, because we have if you watch one of my videos changing the blades, where the Toro, it's just a bolt. The Kubota actually have like a lock washer I have to put on, and then the bolt, and it's like a hexagon thing. And I messed up the first time. First time I switched off the blades, I didn't have them on right, and I ended up stripping them out. So I had to go buy new ones. That was my learning lesson, but it'd be nice if they didn't have those.
Yeah, the big ones we got, they got them 2 big old washers that are cupped that just kind of act like a lock washer. And they just over time, they lose their tension and don't hold against the blade. And the next thing you know, your gearbox blade is not cutting, your 2 outside ones are, or something there to that effect. It's just, they're aggravating the fool with sometimes.
Mm-hmm. But when it comes to knowledge of mowers, and I still got a lot to learn. I'm not mechanically inclined, so stuff breaks. I usually have to take it to the shop. Something I'm going to try to do less of this year. Try to fix more things myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what racked me up in expenses this past season was repairs and maintenance on all my machines. I run garden tractors, just John Deere garden tractors, and they're both over 1,000 hours a piece, and just deck hangers and trunnions and everything else on the lift system wore out, and I replaced all that. And of course, buying from Deere, even though I was buying through Amazon, buying Deere parts adds up really quick.
Oh yeah, especially if you buy Deere parts.
Yeah.
Which I prefer to do. If I'm going to buy parts for my Kubota, I usually buy Kubota parts, just because to me it's.
I think about the only thing that I bought that wasn't genuine Deere was the throttle cable assembly. I bought it aftermarket, and it won't stay in the socket. It keeps popping out a little bit, but as long as it works the throttle, I don't really care.
Yeah.
But I had to put it in the shop and get a head replaced on it. It's got the liquid cooled Kawasaki, and it was $1,700 just to get the engine fixed. $800 in labor, $100 an hour. That added up really quick.
Yeah. Absolutely does. Oh man. So all that snow melted?
Oh yeah, it was melted by the evening it fell.
Yeah.
It didn't long at all.
Oh man, we're unseasonably high right now. 31 inches below normal of snowfall.
Dang.
Yeah. Normally we have like 31 more inches of snowfall this year. It's just nothing.
Wow.
It's killing me, man, because I just want to get on Plow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey Brett, how you doing, man? Neil, I've thought about that. That's how you learn how to do that stuff. You take an old one and just tear it apart and rebuild it. And that's how you learn how things work. Oh man, but I guess I have the time. Maybe it's something I'll look at like next winter, make it a winter project. Because it's something I need to do is learn. But I learn. I mean, I'm not an idiot, so I can figure stuff out. I just get frustrated when you buy the new part and it doesn't go on right or something, and it's just like, oh, I don't have all the right tools to put the certain part on, which isn't a big deal now because I'm finding that running this business that not having I can go out and get the right tool now. There's a reason, you know what I mean? It doesn't hurt. I have a reason to go get it.
Yeah. I've piddled with mowers and stuff for a few years, but
good idea, Brett.
There for a while, I was doing for customers. I wasn't like doing it commercially or whatever, but just people would bring me their mowers and stuff to work on and whatnot. And what finally really broke my habit of doing it, a guy had a lawnmower that needed a cam put back in it. It exploded the cam, and I put a new one in it, put all the new gaskets where I had to take the motor apart and everything, fired it up, run like a top, run beautifully. And he took it and mowed with it, said it run great. He waited a month and mowed with it again, and it was running the exact same way. And I shouldn't have even brought it. I shouldn't have even took it back to work on it again, but I did just to kind of help him out. And I tore that motor apart and could not figure out at all what was wrong with it. There was nothing that I could tell was even wrong with it. And I bought a brand new carburetor, which was $100 and everything, trying to get that thing to run good, and could not figure it out. So I didn't charge him since I didn't fix it. So I lost $100 after I made not even $100 working on it to begin with. So ever since then, I've slacked off. If I work on anything, it's my own stuff or maybe family stuff.
Yeah. It's funny because you ever drive by them, with Neil saying, you ever drive by them yard sales and you can say, man, yard sale, they have all these tools. And, before I started the lawn care business, I never really had a reason to stop because I just I do minor maintenance around the house. I can do craft and stuff like that, Like I put all the paneling in here, not the paneling, excuse me, all the drywall in here, mudded it, and I can do stuff. I never really like had an interest in buying all those tools, but now I do. Now I want to stop and look and see what they got because I never know what I might need for the shop. You know, for my home, if I needed it, I usually bought new, just because that was mine and it was new. But now for the shop though, I stop with those things a lot now when I see them. And if I do buy new, I tend to keep them at my house and take my old ones and bring them to the shop. Like right now, I'm buying all the Milwaukee 18 volt. What is it? Fuel? 18. 18 volt. It starts with F. Is it Flex Fuel? I don't remember off the top of my head now.
Yeah.
So all my old Porter cables that I had in my house are now going to the shop. So.
Yeah, that's kind of me. Whatever can make the job easier and, be more readily available, I kind of buy up to have on hand, like power tools and just whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, he's always been the exact opposite. It seems like he works harder, not smarter on a lot of stuff. I can't stand it.
Well, I know a lot of people like that. My wife says I'm like that sometimes. I work harder, not smarter.
Where's Mark and Mike?
What's that?
Where's Mark and Mike?
Oh man, I hate it, Brett. You should see. This drywall right here. It doesn't look bad, but if you actually look at it, it is crap. I suck. Hanging drywall easy. Mudding. Oh my god, it's horrible. I can see my tape lines. It's just bad. But it's doing the trick. And, it was. It's an art, and I don't have that art skill. But yeah, it's my drywall job is horrible, but it's working for me. I'm getting ready to. I'm gonna end up tiling the floor here soon. The tile that is back there in that room. When we bought the house, they left a lot of tile, so we're gonna end up bringing it into this room and then my wife's craft room. But I don't know how to tile either, so I'm figuring it out. My buddy does. He's gonna come help me. He says it's pretty easy, and everything I've looked on YouTube, it does look pretty easy. I'm just nervous about messing stuff up. I don't want to. I don't mind the little blemishes if I do it myself, but I don't want to totally mess it up. So. Have you ever done tiling? No.
I'm worse at carpentry than I am mechanics.
Yeah. But yep, we're gonna get this all tiled in here, and then one day in the future, this office won't even be in this room. This will become, I don't know, a bedroom or something. And through that door is a shower and another little storage area, so it could turn it into a bathroom. Yeah. But the shower's not working right now. It's just it's blocked off and all that. It's just I don't think it was never used, but. Yep. Not much else is going on though, man. I don't really, without going out and plowing, there's nothing. I'm not really doing nothing. I'm just trying to get all my paperwork. It's a good time to work on the crunching numbers and just knowing everything, knowing all my numbers and all that stuff for the year. And I went through all my receipts the last 2 days. So that's good. I went through all 12 months of receipts that I've kept, which took me a couple days, but it's done. Got my spreadsheets all done, all my stuff over with my CPA. So he's working on the getting ready to get my taxes done soon. Hey, Noel. When you mean dry layout, do you mean you lay it on the floor, all of it on the floor first before you do anything? See, I don't know what she's doing back there. She's a pig, that one right there, man. She likes to eat. Shotzi, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? I yell for her, you want to come? Yeah. This is Jack and this is Noelle. We call her Schatzi. It's German.
Pretty dogs.
Oh yeah, blue heelers. I'll never own 2 blue heelers again though. They fight like brothers and sisters. They're both very territorial, or I wouldn't say territorial, both very ownership of their stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like when she gets fed, she lays right by her bowl, and if he comes by her, she's growling, and you know, sometimes though you don't think he ever eats, but he's so fat too. Which is weird because he run, man. We'll take him outside and play fetch him all the time. I just don't. It's because they lay around all day. We're at work, they lay around all day. We're home for what, 6 hours, and then we go to sleep and lay around all. They sleep all night, you know. Yeah. So he's saying, yeah, lay it around along this wall. Jack, nobody wants to see your butt. Oh, hey, you know, if anybody else wants to come up here, the link is there. I'll share it again. Come up and talk to me, Hazard. What's your name again?
David.
David, that's right. I know that. I'm bad with names. Bad with names. You get any new videos out, or you not post videos?
I've got 2. It's already uploaded. I got them scheduled to come public, but I'll probably try and record a couple more today. We'll talk about the experience yesterday, about the mowers and whatnot, and probably record like an overview on my walk behind or something there, and a little bit of whatever.
I don't know where Mikey is and all that. Oh, I was sharing it on. I forgot to share it out. Let's see.
I'm still sleepy.
Oh man, it's rough. We all overslept this morning, and the kids and everybody for school, so we all ran around with our heads chopped off a little bit, getting ready. And well, not we all, but they did. Paste. Did it not copy? Share. Copy link. There we go. Snow pusher.
Where are you sharing that out through? Like
Instagram, and then Instagram sends it to Facebook for me. The man-powered plow. Is that a shovel? No, I was actually going to go look.
And that thing, it comes in handy. It makes quick work of the driveway, that's for sure. I wouldn't mind trying to get a little bit of...
Let's see. Let's watch you push. One day ago. Oh, there you are.
Pretty quick in some areas, at least. Over there is where they have thrown a little bit of salt down. It's kind of gotten that, but it has warmed up quite a bit. It was 33 this morning, and it's now about 35. So I'm going to try and do a little more plowing with the snowcaster, you know, because it makes good content. But I do a little bit more of that for y'all.
What year's that truck?
While it's pouring down,
2006.
Huh?
hope y'all enjoy.
2006.
Music.
That thing works pretty decent.
Yeah, I think it's a 30-inch plow.
That looked like it was some heavy wet snow too.
Yeah, where it's kind of warm. It was pretty wet. About 2 inches or so there.
We used to get snow like that in Germany. All the people in the military would laugh at me and my wife because we'd be out there in like Crocs and shorts and a hoodie cleaning it off. They're all bundled up like Eskimos. So, because we're so used to it, like, you don't. And you're out there working, you get warm, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be very, very cold for me to be able to bundle up and stay that way. I get hot so easily anyway.
As you can see, that's a pretty good sized bit of driveway I done on the other side of the truck and in front of it as well, plus the sidewalk in 8 minutes.
It's a nice view of the mountains
I
behind
think
your
that's
house
pretty
there.
darn good if you ask me, for doing it by hand. Like I say, it probably would have melted before too awful long. There's already some of it you've probably seen that had melted. And hopefully I got good angles. I don't have a tripod just yet. And this GoPro
Amazon, man, they're so cheap.
so I can't really see where it's aiming at. But I believe I got
Tripods,
a good
Amazon's
enough.
cheap.
Yeah, I just need to order one.
But the cheaper you buy, the faster they break. I can tell you that too.
Your snow shovel,
I just need to order one. I just ain't done it yet.
It does get very heavy, which this didn't because of the way I done it, and or it's not real deep right yet. But I think it's definitely worth its money. And somebody just starting out in snow removal definitely beats a shovel. That's for sure. Good morning, guys. Today is January 11th.
Not bad, man.
Yeah. Like I say, I'd like to try and advertise for it or whatever, but snow is so unpredictable. They can say, it's going to snow, and then not ever do it.
Yeah.
Where they change
I'd say if you lived in a little more of a subdivision area, I don't know, you could hit your neighbors and stuff like that. Start out.
There's not very many places like that around here, really.
Yeah.
And I'd say most people around here would just wait for it to melt or do it themselves anyway.
That's the problem you're going to run into down there. I don't even know if it'd be worth it because to me it's like, nah, man, it'll be gone by tomorrow anyway. So why am I going to pay for have it done? It'd be the only people who are going to pay for that snow removal are going to be your businesses, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't live there, so I really couldn't tell you. But
I noticed I thought it was funny. There's a year or two ago, there's one little business out in town. Every time they predicted freezing temperatures, they had somebody would come in and throw down salt, and it never would even freeze. I mean, like nobody around, nothing. There wasn't even enough moisture on the ground for it to freeze or anything. They still throw the salt down. And that driveway was completely white with salt, that whole parking lot, because they kept putting so much over the, every time it said it was going to freeze.
what's up, Art? Welcome, man.
Oh, just out working in the shop, yeah, making signs.
Yeah. You got one done that we can look at? See how you...
Well, I got all kinds of them done. I just gotta. I got a couple more that I'm making right now, but.
That's funny. You can send that one to me. That's a good one too, man.
Well, see, that's I have all kinds of stuff like that, and it's weird because certain times a year those signs sell. It's weird how it's a certain that sign. All of a sudden, I'll sell like 30 or 40 of them, like one right after another, and then a couple weeks later, another sign does that. It's weird how that all works. I don't know.
You do it all on Amazon?
Yeah, Amazon, Etsy, and eBay. Because believe it or not, Amazon, around Christmas time, is the number one supplier of gifts or whatever. That's my number one source of income they're my biggest income producing company. There we go. At Christmas time, because everybody goes to Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And then now, eBay, Amazon's slowed right down to nothing, but eBay's picking up because everybody's starting to look for the deals.
Right.
Okay, and this will last till probably about May, and then Etsy will pick up through the whole summer because everybody's looking for the little cottage thing.
Yep.
It's weird how that works.
No, but it makes sense with the way you laid it down. Because
Yeah.
I don't find any good deals on eBay hardly ever though. I just
Oh,
feel
no.
like I feel
No,
like it's pretty much just an Amazon site now, but people
it is.
sell new stuff.
eBay is also, speaking of Amazon site, all that stuff, eBay is changing the way we get paid. Because everything used to go into my PayPal account,
Yep.
and it'd sit there because I wouldn't take it out, ever. I never take it out of it. Because that's what I use PayPal for all of my shipping labels that I have to do like a replacement package or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I use PayPal exclusively so I can keep track of because that's an expense out of my pocket. The shipping itself. So that's already, all I have to do is print it out every year, and all my shipping is from, separate shipping from that is from there. So I forgot where I was going with that. Anyhow, lost my train of thought. I saw the dog in the background.
Jack, yeah. Jack and Noel, my dogs.
But the way they pay it. So now you get paid daily or weekly or however you set it up, once a month or whatever. So that money's not sitting in an account anymore.
Right.
So, which is fine. It doesn't matter to me one way or another. It was just it's just kind of convenience thing. So that's all going towards, everybody's doing that now. Everybody's kind of the same pay scale. Because Amazon, we get paid every 2 weeks. Etsy, we get paid every week. And then eBay, I could get paid daily. It doesn't matter one way or another. It all goes to the bank. I never see it. So,
Right.
yeah. But just,
I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. The signs are doing well for you.
well, I never would have dreamed that making them silly little signs I could make a living at it. It's just like the lawn care. I never dreamed I could make a living at lawn care. I never thought in a million, my whole life I never thought that was what I was going to do. It's just weird how this stuff works out.
Are those signs metal or what are they made of exactly?
That's just, all that says is wood.
Oh,
And then I have
Okay.
a softwood hanger on the back.
yeah.
And I paint them. And to give them the weather look, I have a DA. I just hit them real quick, with 220, just to knock down the edges, make it a little distressed. And that's just vinyl lettering, which let me turn the light off.
Yeah.
I have two silhouette machines sitting there for for cutting. You see, I got one roll of black and one roll of white on there,
Right.
and it's
Jacob, welcome, man.
it's just weird how this all works out in our life.
It is. I'm trying not to think of myself as lawn care, like what you said. I never thought I'd make a living doing lawn care.
No.
Even though that's what I'm doing, I'm making a living owning a business.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to mindset. I'm not out mowing grass. I'm a business owner.
Right.
And that's the mindset I'm trying to get in to help me expand my business to get big. You know how big I would like to get in 20 years. And like I said, I think in 20 years it'll be kind of somebody else taking that. I'm just trying to get it rolling that way as far away as I can.
Now, Floyd, in the next 2 years, you got to get I'm not a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur.
I'm an entrepreneur. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're right. I'm
because
looking
you
to.
have two businesses. Actually, you have three.
I do. I do have 3 businesses.
Yeah.
It just sucks because I haven't. Well, speaking of that, Neil, did you get that package I sent you for Mowers for Vets? But he'll answer me. I had it. He has to sign something. Neil's a board member, so I haven't done much with that. I know we got to do some fundraising with Mowers for Vets because funding is really low right now. And that way we can start pushing out mowers. I don't think about it right now because we're in the winter.
Right.
But they still mow down south. That's it's not even in our first year yet. We're not even finished our first year yet, so that's okay. I'm not upset. We gave away 3 mowers this year. That was more than my goal. My goal was just to give away 1, just to get it out there. We gave away 3, so I'm happy. If we can give away 10 next year, that'd be great. So we'll see. But I'm also reaching out and trying to get grants and all that stuff too. So
right, yeah, they're there.
Some of the grant things I can't even fill out till end of the month. So.
Yeah, so that's everybody's life. David, how long have you been at the treatment plant?
Just over a year there. I've been about 3 going on 4 years with the company though.
Yeah. See, now in your wildest dreams, do you think you'd have a job where you take shit from everybody? Think about it. Just think about it, though.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Just think about it, though.
I know.
I know.
And without your company, your business that you work for, your area would smell a whole lot different than it does now. Think about that.
Oh, I mean, wastewater management, wastewater stuff. It's a necessity.
It is. Just think about that.
It really is, and I that's one industry that I hope is always improving.
Oh,
always.
They have to improve because of the volume of because of the people.
Well, I guess not that, like landfills. Landfills. It'd be cool if we didn't have to have landfills. I mean, don't get me wrong. The big piles of garbage that are buried in dirt. I understand why we did it, and I understand why we're still doing it.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool to eventually stop doing that. I mean.
Well, okay.
I think of Wally when I see those every single time.
Okay, Floyd. What is Mount Holly?
Huh?
What is Mount Holly? The ski hill? What is that?
I don't know. Garbage dump, probably.
It is.
Yeah. I'm sure of it. Yeah, the one down the road in Eggleston, in my old hometown. I've always thought that, even as a kid, like, man, they could turn that into a ski hill or a nice sledding hill. But I don't know. They'd have to make sure there's no like garbage protruding the hill, metal.
Oh yeah, well it gets
safety stuff.
Those things get capped with like clay and all this stuff. They get capped.
Oh.
There's a certain guideline that the EPA makes them follow, or they have to follow. So, EPA is good for certain things because they control all that stuff.
They serve a purpose too. I think some people just go. That's everything. So.
Well, right now there's a new hardware store coming into our town, and everybody's just beating them up, just going ballistic. Why do we need this and why do we need that? And so for the whole time that you were you started, I didn't even turn you on because I would have jumped on right away. I was writing out something on their site where everybody was attacking them, like we should be supportive. It's a local family starting a business, and you're attacking them.
Right.
Stop.
Yeah.
No,
I know, especially if it's local people. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I know.
Not like it's a Walmart moving in.
Okay, now even if the family that owns that store is not local, as soon as that business is there, they're local.
Well, people seem to forget that. Like, that Subway in my hometown is owned usually by a local resident. He just bought the name, and So exactly. My cousin owns 2 Subways, and I know all chains get a bad name because they're not local, but they're usually owned by a local guy.
They're all
not always, but
yeah. Well, no, we have 3 McDonald's in our little stinking town, owned by the same person. Because that's this is the third owner that third owner that I know of these 3 restaurants. And it's just different families taking over. You know, it's going from this family to this family to this family. That's still a family-owned restaurant.
Right.
And think of all them kids that are their very first job is at McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
See, these restaurants are set up for the schools, you know, for school-age kids to come in there.
Absolutely.
And also, you know, like during the day in the morning shift, there's college kids that work that all the time. When I was going to college, I was working at McDonald's for a while.
Well, my daughter works at Arby's right now, and they work around her school schedule, and now she's in
Yep.
driver's training, so they're adjusting to her, and she's not even, she's 16. I mean, so it's like,
Yep.
That's got to be a headache in a lot of ways, but they probably have things in place that they already know how to do it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't know how to do it because I've never been taught how to manage 20
Right.
kids who
Well, see, and that's
schedules are always changing, you know. But
They-
she loves it there.
they train you on exactly what you need to do and how to handle people. It's a good learning experience to work in them places like that because they have a training system set up. So they teach you the skills that you need for the future.
Oh, and if you get to be a general manager of 2 or 3 RV, there's money there. You're making
Oh,
six
there's
figures.
serious money in that.
There's some serious money. I think we
Yeah,
talked about this
there
on
is.
Monday, didn't we?
Yeah, and it's, you know, I have a friend that's been one of the assistant managers at McDonald's for quite some time. Yeah. She makes too much money to leave. So what's that tell you?
Yeah,
They
exactly.
pay well. You know, they have insurance. They can have a food discount, you know, and they are a family. You know, whether it's a franchise and a person's a millionaire, they're still a family because they have interactions with them one-on-one on a daily basis. So, you know, they're all families.
Neil, I've never heard of Sonny's Barbecue,
Never have neither.
but any kind of barbecue place is good to me, man. Woo. I love pulled pork sandwiches. Oh, I don't know if there's anything better. Matter of fact, I made ribs last night. But not real ribs, boneless ribs and stuff. And
Right?
I think I'm gonna shred that pork that's left over there and make a sandwich out of it today for lunch.
Well, I tell you what, I have a friend that him and his brother, they had a huge commercial barbecue that they went around to the different festivals, cooking their pulled pork sandwiches and their smoked. You know, actually, it was pulled pork, but it was smoked.
Mm-hmm.
They had brisket that was smoked. So I would tell him a couple times a year, when you barbecuing next at home, they would cook me up a whole big old bag of pulled pork, and then it'd be vacuum packed and frozen. And same thing with the brisket. Yeah, they would vacuum pack, several different packages, and I'd pay, I don't know, about $150 every time they would make that. But that would last you for 6 months, because you don't have all that stuff all at once. Oh, man, nothing better than that. You pull it out of the freezer and you put it in a pan of boiling hot water, and that's how you warmed up. You never took it out. You left everything in there. Then you open it up and dump it out, and it's perfect. I mean, just like it came out of the smoker. It's perfect every time.
Man,
Now you're hungry, aren't you?
Jacob's hungry.
Oh, I'm telling you what.
I know. Is it lunchtime yet? My God, no. It's only
Oh, I'm telling you.
9:50.
Some of the friends that I have that can cook, oh my. Yeah, I don't hang around them too much because I'd be 400 pounds.
When I was stationed in Germany, me and my wife went to Italy on a vacation for like our 10-year wedding anniversary. And I swore, people are like, why don't you get stationed in Italy? I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't. I would be 600 pounds.
Oh yeah.
And the pizza, the kills, everything they make in Italy, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
I'd be heavy.
Oh yeah.
Heavy.
The food's too good.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't do it. Barbecue sounds like what is for dinner. I know, man.
Oh, it is. I don't care. Barbecue anything is good. And That's all my. What's drinking there, David?
Not coffee.
Clear American orange sparkling water.
Okay, that works.
Best replacement for soda that I've ever found.
Yeah. But a lot of the problem I have right now is my neighbors are making sausages, making their venison sausage. They're making their beef jerky now. So guess what? I get the smell every time I open up the door, step outside. I'm going, oh.
I might be opening my last venison jerky bag today. That's the problem when you shoot a deer, you make jerky out of it. It goes so damn quick. You don't feel like you got your money's worth.
Oh yeah. See, I last time I went hunting, I had my deer processed into the sirloin steaks there, the back. We kept that as steaks. Yeah, we kept all that stuff as steaks, and the rest we had turned into like a summer sausage and hunter sausage.
Yeah.
I says, yeah, we're good for the winter. Yeah.
No, the summer sausage is good.
Yeah, it was gone. It was gone.
I didn't get any made because I didn't have. Well, I shot the deer in the back quarter, so I lost a lot of meat.
Yeah.
That was a hurried shot, and so I lost a lot of meat. But we got a lot of burger made and some of the chops, and
right.
Which I grill those up. I tell you, the secret ingredient to grilling up chops: popcorn oil.
Really?
Oh man, I put a little bit of popcorn oil down, a little bit of a teaspoon of butter in that, and just fry them up with a little Lowry seasoned salt. Oh,
you can't go wrong with Lowry seasoned salt. I don't know if you use that down there your area there, David, or you ever hear of it, but
Lowry seasoned salt. Oh, I season everything with it.
What's that, David?
I'm not sure if I've heard of that before.
Okay, yeah, that's a Michigan thing. It's got everything and everything in it. It works.
And the problem with us trying to make deer jerky and whatnot is where it's like a 3-day process where we make our own, and half the time we just don't want to fool with it because it takes an hour or two to grind it all up and put it on a dehydrator, and then you got to babysit it all day and change the racks out. So we swap them out so it dries evenly, and it's going through all that. It's just, it's an all-day process, so we hardly ever have to take the time to try and do it.
Yeah, see, that's one thing when you're smoking and doing that stuff. It is an all-day process. There's no way around it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this next year I can make it. My golfing buddy and fishing buddy that I hang out with all the time, every year they make horseradish. And the past 2 years they've been inviting me to go make horseradish with them. He says it's a crying good time because you cry more with the horseradish than you do with the onions. It's worse than onions. So, but I guess it's a really good time. So, I'd like to see how. I've never even seen how horseradish is made. So I'd like to make it.
My wife's made it a couple times. I don't think she made. I don't think she's made a real quality horseradish. Just a quick horseradish type thing, just or dip in sauce or something. I know she's done that. She's done her own. What's that? I don't usually use it. They put it on fish like sour, not sour cream. Oh my god! What usually comes with a fish sandwich? Tartar sauce. Yeah, she's done that, and I know horseradish. I think goes in tartar sauce.
It's a little bit.
Yeah, so
it depends on if you want a tang to it or not. Now, a true good tossed coleslaw has got horseradish in it.
Yeah,
that's what gives it that tang. You know how you go to certain restaurants and that coleslaw has got a real sweet taste, but it's got a tang to it.
Yep,
that tang is horseradish.
Yep.
Is making it worse than making pepper jelly?
I never heard. That's.
I don't even know what pepper jelly is, man.
I've never had.
I don't eat jelly, so.
Made out of jalapenos and get a green color to it, or make it out of banana peppers and get a yellow color. We made it out of cayennes and it turns out red. It's good stuff. It's kind of sweet, but of course it's got a little bit of heat to it, and it's good for breakfast or whatever.
Man, I love coleslaw.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Like
If it's made right, oh yeah.
KFC or stuff is so good.
Oh no. The
I like that coleslaw.
the restaurant that I worked at and learned how to make coleslaw.
Yeah.
If you eat that coleslaw and you go to KFC, you take that KFC and go, I don't want this. That's not coleslaw. Oh yeah. See, I never had that.
Nope.
I've never even heard
It sounds like something my wife might like though. She likes peppers a lot.
I've never heard of that.
I'm not a big pepper guy. I don't eat a lot of sweets. I'm a salt guy. I like chips and pretzels and popcorn, and so I don't eat a lot of cakes and brownies and cook. I just don't do it.
Well, I do, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I really love. My favorite snack is an Oreo cookie.
And I can eat them. Don't get me wrong. I just if there's like pretzels and Oreo cookies, I usually grab the pretzels. It's just a thing.
Well, see, that's what we have.
Morning, Doug.
But yeah, it's. I don't know. We all have that other. Morning, Doug. We all have our little favorites that we stack on through the day.
But that's why I don't eat pies. Usually, I don't eat like apple pies and stuff. I just don't like the sweetness of it. It gets too sweet. I can do pumpkin pie because it's not that sweet. I can do sweet potato pie. I like that. Those.
Yeah,
when it comes to like apple pies and blueberry pies, I'm not a fan of them.
What about pecan pie?
What's that, David?
Pecan pie. What about that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying I can't eat it.
Oh yeah.
And pecan pie is all right. That one's hit or miss, but.
The restaurant I worked at when I was cooking, when I was going to college, pecan pies. Let's see what else. The pecan pie, cheesecake. It was the New York style.
I do like cheesecake. I like cheesecake.
Yeah,
that is a sweet I do like.
That was my favorite until I overdosed on cheesecake one night. It was. I like it now, but it took me a long time because I had so much of it. But yeah, it's so you're just a sourpuss boy.
Those would probably be my three. That'd probably be my three favorites. Would be pecan, cheesecake, and peanut butter pie.
Peanut butter pie, yeah, that's a good one too. I've had that before. What was the other one? Oh, the chocolate mousse. That's the other one.
Chocolate mousse. I mean, they're good. They're good.
Yeah.
I say I don't like sweets, but I pretty much put like a whole tub of whipped cream on my pumpkin pie.
You're right. Carrot cake is a bomb for me too. You know what my favorite cookie is though? The best cookie, guaranteed, is the one coming out of the oven. The one coming out of the oven is the best cookie.
Oh, the best. Well, the middle's not even cooked all the way.
Yes, perfect.
That's so good.
The one coming out of the oven.
Yeah, they got to be coming out of like to the point where they're almost burning your mouth.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah,
perfect. Oh yeah.
That is good. And I like fresh banana bread. My mother's been making fresh zucchini bread, and it's got to be hot, like right out of the oven.
Oh yes. See, and that's the other thing. The other problem I have is Vicky's very good at making that stuff, and I have to eat it.
Right. It'd be rude not to.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's just the way it is. So that's what I've been. I'm kind of pushing Vicky a little bit because we start putting more videos out, and she's such a good cook, and she says, "Well, is my food okay?" And I've never had a bad meal, ever.
I don't think I have either. My wife, I'm thinking even when we first started dating and she was learning to cook, because I can't count on one hand how many times she's messed up a meal, where we like, oh, screw it, we're ordering pizza, because my wife's a good cook.
I don't ever remember Vicky messing up a meal, ever. I have no idea if she ever did. I don't know. I don't remember it. The worst she's going to do is burn a little bit of toast, but that's still good. You just flip it around.
Salted caramel is good. I like caramel. Out of all the sweets, caramel, or you call it caramel. How do you say it?
Depends on where you're at.
Caramel.
Caramel.
Yeah,
caramel is the best. It's the best.
Now, David, you said you have a food dehydrator.
Yeah. Yeah. For jerky and whatnot or whatever you want to put on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If you're dehydrating, did you ever try putting watermelon in there? Sliced up watermelon.
No, we've only done the deer meat.
Yeah. Try it with watermelon. It's candy.
Okay.
Serious. Try it.
I'll keep
Try
that
it.
in mind.
That's a lot of dehydrating, though.
It is. Because if you're dehydrating meat, you can dehydrate fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You make it once, you'll know what I'm talking about. Just start off with a small watermelon, one of them little quarter slices you get in the deli store there, grocery store. Try it once.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. That sounds like it would be good.
Oh, it is good. It's just like a Jolly Rancher candy. Except this is, it's yeah.
Neil's saying his wife can't cook very well, but she can bake.
Well, there's a lot of that. I know some bakers that can't cook for the damn, but they can bake a cake that'll just knock your socks off.
The fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All you got to do is bring out a dish of cookies fresh out of the oven. I don't care what's going on. The man shutting up and shoving his face full of cookies. Guaranteed.
Oh, man. What else you got going on there, Mark?
Oh, not much. Just doing the signs. And I started on the shop. So, started remodeling my
Okay.
And
You get all your taxes done and all that?
oh no.
No.
We
I'm
haven't
probably 80% done with it all.
We haven't even started on them. But see, all we have to do is push print. It's not that, Vicky's very good at keeping track of everything and organizing all that. That's her part of it, her deal, and that's why we're also going to make her a separate office to get away from me, so she's got room and quiet.
Right, to think.
So yeah, but she's good with money and numbers. That's why she controls the large portion of it. I'm good at fixing everything, so that's my part of it, and creating messes and more work. So, so it's a trade-off. I make the mess, Vicky cleans it up, sort of. Right. So how much is your wife involved in your business, Floyd?
Not at all. I ask her for advice when I have questions, and sometimes I take it, sometimes I don't, because I see things she don't. But she's not too involved in it. It's all on me. But I am thinking about bringing it on I'm calling her an intern right now. My sister might be coming in to help me out a little bit. She's starting to give me a little ideas. I call her my intern because she's disabled.
Okay.
She can't work, but she's kind of helping me out with stuff. She's like, yeah, I'll help you. So I pick on her. She's like, I'm not an intern. And I'm like, yeah, you are. You're free labor. So, I know. So she might be coming in to help me with some of the paperwork and stuff like that, and gives her something to do.
Well, I tell you what,
working all the time, and
once you get the trust of someone else doing all your paperwork,
yeah,
stress levels go from here down to about here.
Well, and it would be somebody else keeping me accountable. Like, I looked at, I did all my numbers for the year and payroll, how much I put out in payroll, then how much I did in maintenance. My maintenance cost was damn near the exact same as my yearly payroll.
Yeah.
And way too high. Yeah. But like I said, I paid for everything to get done. I didn't try to fix nothing myself. I didn't, there's certain things I got to do. It's just there's certain things I'm gonna always have to pay for. But and then I spent $10,000 in a snow plow and a bagger system for the Kubota, snow plow for the truck.
Yeah,
something like that, which I won't have next year.
And see, that's tools to make money. You're buying something to make money.
Right. So
You know, that's what we did for 15 years. If it didn't make us money, we didn't buy it.
right. And so, hey, Vicky.
How are you guys?
Good. He was just talking about how great of a cook you are.
I'll be back just.
You're the reason he's overweight and his doctor yells at him.
Probably. You know,
That's what I tell my doctor. It's all my wife's fault.
it's when you worked in a restaurant and then you
I gotta turn that
learn.
light off. Sorry.
I watched my grandma cook, and I guess I enjoy it. I like to make things. I test things out. I add different spices,
Come
and
closer.
make it to the way I like it, and that's how it goes.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. It just all of a sudden got real quiet, and I goes,
Oh,
I
okay,
thought-
because I was drinking.
yeah.
Good morning,
Vicky
Neil.
was talking, so I took a drink, and then she stopped talking.
Well, no, I thought I muted myself because it got quiet. It's like, oh, what did I hit?
So the other night we needed, well, Mark likes dessert every night, so I didn't have no eggs, and it's like, okay, so I can't bake a cake, so I made a dump cake. That works.
Oh, yes, it did.
It worked real well.
Oh, yes, it did. Oh, yeah. So, and that's what I keep telling her. She, when she does these little dishes like that, we just make a quick video of it.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
she's-
that's what we started with my daughter, that quarantine cooking. She liked it, but the problem was every time it was tough because I'd like, hey, you should make another video, and then she felt like I was pressuring her, and I wasn't. I'm like, no, you don't have to do it if you don't want. I don't care.
Right.
And then as soon as I back off, she does a couple, and and then now, like I said, I got a couple I got to edit, which I might try to get one done this week. But
Because people, how it is. People watch everything. They just watch everything because if they're curious about something, they'll watch it. And it's just, especially cooking.
So the name change, I'm thinking about that with the name change, just doing like Owner Outdoor. Owner Outdoors. That's it. Just leave it. It's open.
That's why my channel's the way it is because it's all the things that we don't do in the lawn care.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mark's Misfit, so actually he can go anywhere with his.
Right.
She's the one that thought up the name too, by the way.
Well, Blades of Grass got a hold of me yesterday, and he commented on there saying, it works for him, the lawn care thing. He don't regret it.
No, because he's a bigger channel, though.
He is a bigger
Been
channel.
around for a long time.
Yeah.
Johnny's pretty good, though. He's soft-spoken.
Yes.
Calm, and he's mellow. It's just...
He's actually probably one of the first big channels that's ever commented on my videos.
Oh, he comments on
Out
ours.
of all of them, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
I
But
must say,
I like him, though, because he's...
Blades of Glass. Is that what I said?
Almost.
I might have said Blades of Glass. I don't know.
Oh, Neil,
English is my second language, man.
did you see what Neil put? Down there at the bottom.
He said trim some
Well,
bushes.
the thing about the carrot cake, I've never actually made a carrot cake, and the only way I would make it is if it was from scratch. So,
Is there any other way?
Yeah, that's the only way I would think it would taste good.
Yeah.
Box cake mix, man, it's okay, but
I'm not a fan of shredding carrots, though.
you can buy them shredded.
I know.
Yeah.
But then it's is it? I guess you can still call it from scratch.
Have y'all ever heard of spice cake? Kind of like
Yep.
yeah. If it's probably the same thing as what you all know, it's just kind of like a little bit of cinnamon, just a little bit of spices,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dad, I'm sure y'all probably haven't heard of this. He calls it dishwater cake.
Dishwater cake?
Yeah, dishwater cake. That's what he calls it. And I don't know where he got that from, but I always thought that was a little funny.
Dishwater cake. That's a good one. Never heard that ever. Natalie, it's your true story. I'm telling you.
No.
I guarantee you, speaking of ladies and customers, I guarantee you right now, because of the sweet and sour sniffles there, we can't go visiting our customers at all, But if this wasn't going on, Vicky and myself could go to one lady's house that is 94 years old, and guaranteed we'd have to call a taxi when we left. Guaranteed. And she'd be right there pushing it because she'd be drinking her gin and tonics with us. We'd be drinking. She has a bottle of red wine in her refrigerator for us at all times.
That's awesome.
Yeah. 94 years old.
It was funny because her daughter goes grocery shopping for her. So she doesn't get to see all the new items on the grocery shelves and that. So we were talking about peanut butter and jelly one day, and she said she said she really loves it, and so I said, you know what, I'm going to bring you some all-natural Jif peanut butter and some all-natural Smucker's jam. So I brought her some, and I brought her some peanut butter cookies from Walmart. They're kind of like a candy.
Yeah.
It's a fudge-covered chocolate peanut butter cookie. Oh my gosh, she talked about that for a month. That's all she talked about, how good that peanut butter was and that jam. And her daughter just loved it because her daughter comes there every morning for breakfast. So they would have that jam on their toast. And so now her daughter's eating it too.
Because you got rid of all the corn syrup and all that other. And once you get rid of all that, the flavor tastes so much better.
Oh, yeah, because that Smucker's all-natural jam tastes like homemade jam. That's how good it is.
Yeah.
They have it in raspberry and strawberry.
And that's why people says, well, it's cheaper to buy the jam at your store. Why would you spend all that time to make it? Because it tastes better. I don't care how, and then your house smells like jam for 2 to 3 days after it's made. So there's
it's not a horrible smell.
That's
one of my customers,
Hand rolls for leak cleanups. Huh.
one of my customers gave me a jar of homemade apple butter one time that she used red hot candy in for the seasoning, and that was all you could really taste. It tasted just like the candy, but it was still really good.
Oh
yeah, that is good.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I like apple butter. That's good.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh man. But yeah, I was thinking. I texted my sister about it. All those outdoors, and she said that's pretty good. But she's gonna come up. She's gonna see if she can't come up with a name too.
Yeah.
I texted her the other ones we talked about too, the UFO and the fun or whatever.
We're all here because of the lawn care. We're not abandoning the lawn care community. We're still part of the lawn care community.
Not at all.
But the lawn care stuff is.
But I do so much more than just lawn care.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not our full life. It's
Right.
How many times it is their full life because it's their brand now.
Like
But
you said, it's three.
not.
I own 3 businesses. It's like.
Yeah, because you do the Christmas lights, and then you go.
Hey, Christmas lights is doing business as Allner Lawn Care doing business as Allner.
That's still a separate business from your
right.
life, technically.
Which it's not even doing business as yet. That's what I'm going to be doing next year. I have to apply for that paperwork. How you got to fill out a form and stuff.
Right.
I haven't done that yet, but so everybody's just writing me checks to Allner Lawn Care when they do it.
But yeah, if you do your lawn care all with the outdoor stuff, you're doing the lights and
lights, plowing.
Yeah, you're doing all that
That's
stuff.
all. Yeah. And see, that's what Vicky's doors.
Diego. That's why he does zero scaping. You don't like mowing. You don't like lawn care.
You know what? That's fine because he does something.
Good, because I watched a video the other day, and it looked so damn hot what he was doing. Like he was showing the sun. I'm like, dude, that looks too freaking hot. Like I don't want to do that. I'm glad he's there doing it, not me.
See, and that's the thing. That's why he's got the business he does because he loves doing what he's doing, but you don't like doing it.
No, I don't. It's not as much as I don't think I want Allner to get into landscaping. I just don't want to do it. So I think if I was to broaden out to that, I'd have to be to the point where I can bring a manager on to run that department.
Yeah, you would have to
Because for one, I don't know enough about doing any kind of big projects. I don't know how to do any drainage or any like, okay, you're going to build a retaining wall. How far do you? Yeah, I just don't know everything that goes into it. So I'd have to have somebody to do that for me, just run it,
Well, see, what I'm looking at for us, we're doing these lawns that we are, that have been sustained for years or whatever. And what I'm looking at is not doing a complete landscape job. I'm looking at maintaining the flower beds, like changing out the mulch or changing out flowers.
Right, exactly.
Thing already landscape, just changing it and improving it.
And that's what I do now. And I can do small. I'll do a small retaining wall or a small,
right?
Something real small. But if it's too big, and I've already told a couple clients something. That's too big of a project for me.
Right.
So I got to start thinking about bringing in excavators and crap. Nah.
Yeah, we don't have the time for it. It just takes too long.
See, and that's what I'm looking at is, as we're working, and our lawns are slowly coming in together. I want to be done by 2:00 every day.
Right.
Because we have a lot of things that, even if we sat around the house and did nothing, that's our time that we're not working. We don't have to work.
Yeah, because in the summertime, our summers are so short up here. You kind of want to enjoy the summer too.
Right,
you don't want to just have to work through the whole summer. And then
I think that's the goal of every business owner is to eventually work your ass off for the first 5-7 years you have to, and then now sit back and I'm only working 30 hours this week.
Yeah,
I'm working 6 hours a day.
Yeah,
that's where we're at.
And am I there? No, but that's kind of get to the point where I'd want to be. Well,
how old are you? How old are you, Floyd?
I just turned 43.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so I mean,
you're going to be there when you're my age. When you're mid-50s, you're there.
Well, I'm hoping I'm there sooner. Because right now I wake up miserably sore. My joints are stiff. But by 10 o'clock, I'm loose and I'm ready. But in 10 years, I think it's going to be like 1 o'clock. I'm loose and ready. I want to be.
This is what's going to happen. I'm going in this direction. You're going to do this.
Yeah.
It's going to turn. You're going to see it turn. And all of a sudden, no, I'm going in this direction. I'm done. It's like, how did I get here?
Right.
It's just going to sneak up on it, and it's just going to happen. You're going to see it.
Yeah, and it's really weird because once you get to your goal, it's like, okay, now do I have any other goals? Because
now we're going for the next one.
Yeah, it's because you work so hard for so long, and then you get to that point, and then it's like, okay, I'm here now. Now what do I do?
So now we just took another direction.
Right.
We're part-time. Because right now we're part-time, and we've been burned out for a long time because of the Christmas rush. Because we worked our ass off for 6 weeks. We didn't stop working. It was work. We didn't do anything. We didn't go to any family functions. We didn't do nothing because we have a job to take care of to make all this money in this much time. So now we have this next winter to redo the garage, redo the house, redo everything that needs to be done that we've been neglecting for years.
Yeah, and what I'd like to do is eventually get to that point where after Christmas, come January 4th, me and my wife are on a plane heading down to Florida, Jamaica, somewhere, and not spending the winter or not being snowbirds or whatever, but having a couple week vacation, doing whatever we want, going wherever we want for 2 weeks. It's hard right now because she works in a school, so she can't take that time off work because that's what she's at work. But hopefully, when we get to that point, she don't have to work there if she don't want to. I want her to do whatever she wants to do. If that's what she wants to do, then maybe we'll do it. Because I come March, I got to be back. I got to start end of February. I got to be in the mindset of, okay, let's get ready for spring. January is kind of a kickback month, and next year I might not even be plowing. I mean, my business will be plowing, but it won't be me.
Right.
That's what I'm looking at.
A lot around here too.
That was kind of the plan this year, but situations changed where Tyler couldn't plow for me.
Mhm.
So I ended up doing it myself, which I've only gone out twice.
Yeah, March.
We're 31 inches short of our normal snowfall.
Oh yeah, we're way. Yeah, they said Lake Huron's down six.
It's ridiculous, man.
That's
Oh, 6 inches.
Yeah.
6 inches. That's quite a bit. For
Yeah,
it
the
being,
whole Lake Huron dropped
Yeah.
6 inches.
That's a lot for them lakes to drop.
Yeah,
A lot.
but the lake is open.
Yeah, our lake's open still too, but
Okay, the wintertime is where your evaporation is.
Mhm.
Because the lake is only a certain temperature, and then the up above, the atmosphere is
Right.
absorbing that moisture.
That's where we get lake effect snow.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
But if you don't have any snow to add to that,
then it just
it
goes
just keeps
down.
evaporating. So
I woke up this morning and our high, we were already at our normal high. It was like 36 degrees outside. And the guy's like, this is where we normally get around 2 o'clock. We don't wake up to 36 degrees.
right.
Yeah, there was Traverse City, I think it is. They're going to have a record low of 36 degrees. I think it's either tonight or tomorrow night.
In other words, the low is going to be a record high, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they haven't seen that since the 1940s.
Right. And I get it. I get it. We go through cycles. In 2 years, we'll be bitching about too much snow. Neil, if you're not happy, get out of our state. Why don't you move to North Carolina or South Carolina?
But see, I've been through this cycle already. I've lived through all this already. This happened in the mid 80s.
Yep.
This exact same pattern. It happened in the mid 80s.
Well, and I keep laughing. They keep posting those 1978 pictures of the snowstorm. The big. That's when I was born. It was 78.
I'll tell you what, 1978 was the best year for sledding.
Oh, I bet.
That storm that came through in my neighborhood, I living on Lake Huron, because none of the houses were there, so everything blew off of Lake Huron and across through our neighborhood, which is just 300 feet away from the lake or whatever. But it was 70 miles an hour. That bay was frozen. So all of that snow that accumulated on that lake blew inland. Okay, the snowdrift at my neighbor's, because this house was running, like the lake is here, so the house was running this way. It blew across there. The drift was as high as the house, the peak of the roof of the house. That's how high the drift was. That was the best sledding hill forever, because it got warm and froze on after that.
Right. So it got fast.
Oh, it was. Yeah, climb up. Oh, it was an awesome year that year. Of course,
you ever had one of those moments where you're sledding, you felt like Chevy Chase in Christmas Vacation, where you're just like burning a hole through the sled?
This is because we lived on channels of Lake Huron. So, we lived on the water that, came, big channel system. There was a drop of probably about 2 to 3 feet to the channel, and then about another 2 to 3 feet on the other side. We would go down that slope, jump off, hit the ice on the channel, and jump up on the other side of the yard. Oh, it was a blast. I'm surprised we didn't break any freaking bones. I'm very
There's been times where I'm like, I don't know how I'm not crippled.
Oh yeah. We're going to the grocery store getting them blocks of wax constantly to wax the runners on our sleds, because we had the runner sleds.
Yep.
You get flying there.
I still got one of those. I got a runner sled. The kids won't pull it out. They just keep getting the saucers and stuff. They just don't. That's too fast. Cowards.
Yeah, it was a blast. Oh man, we had time.
You make a good video. Get your zero turn. Do you have a zero turn or no? A sit-on zero turn?
For what?
For Floyd, does he have a sit-on zero turn?
Oh, I got 3 zero turns and a standard.
And you have an ATV, like a four-wheeler?
I have 2 ATVs, 2 4-wheelers, which we keep talking about getting the girls out, and I was going to drive them around, pull them on sleds.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're going through finals right now, so they get home and they're constantly doing homework. And I think tomorrow might be that day where we get them out, because our school basically let the students opt out of finals if they wanted to.
Okay.
because of the situation with the whole sweet, you call it sweet and sour sniffles.
Right.
They can take it. The only thing it will do is improve their grade. But if they fail it, it can't go backwards. So it's like an extra credit, like an extra credit thing or something. So I think my youngest is taking 2 because she's got B's in 2 classes. She wants to try to jump them up. And my oldest is taking 1 because she's got a German. They're both taking German because they both got B's in German. But I think I'm going to try to hook them up tomorrow. Plus, my middle child, she doesn't have driver's training tomorrow. So I don't every night I got to drive 20 minutes, drop her off driver's training, come back for an hour, then turn around and drive 20 more minutes to go pick her up. It's just, oh my God, this is like day 4 and I'm already over it. it's like she's got a whole month to do yet. So I'm like,
see,
pulling them sleds behind there and make a good video.
Yeah, I might do that. That's a good idea.
Yeah. See, that's what I like about these chats because you come up with good ideas for videos, and that's on Sunday nights. I'm kind of going to steer more towards that. I'm thinking because
video ideas,
stuff, but
I get so frustrated because I get so busy with the family Sunday nights. I forget to come up on yours, and it's tough. So it's like, I'm like, Mark, move it.
That's the only time
I just I know.
The only other time you could do it is at 9 o'clock. But
yeah.
No, it's fine. I'll come when I can.
Yeah. See, Sunday.
I think about it every Sunday.
Sunday nights is our only time that we could do the live thing, and I just like being on like yours in the morning because I don't feel like doing nothing in the morning anyhow, and we don't really have to be anywhere because we have 0 schedule.
Right.
So.
Well, me too. That's unless I'm out plowing, I have nothing to do. I mean. Right. Once I get my taxes done, which I'm hoping to wrap them up today for the most part, there's a couple. I mean, they're pretty much done. I'm waiting on documents to come to me. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on stuff for other places to give me information.
Yeah, that's what we're waiting on too.
Yeah. So my end is done, but now I'm going to sit back and I got to update my Google My Business. I got my little list here. Get the grants going. Update my yard. I'm trying to get my yard book cleaned up. My website, I want to get more snow plowing in there because it says it on there, but it still really have a good link, good information on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's we have a lot of plans. It sounds like you have a lot of plans too, and I just don't know how we're all going to get them all done by the time lawn care season. I really don't. Still waiting on a canoe trip on Vicky's Outdoor World. You know what, Neil? The company that I've been waiting for to go back in production on the outriggers for the canoe. I've been in contact with him, the owner, and he just got the prototype because he's got a new manufacturer that's going to be making the stuff, and it should be in full production as soon as they can get it going. And then I will be ordering that, and then the canoe trips will start this summer.
We got kayaks. We don't have any canoes.
Oh no, I'm making a fishing canoe. I have a canoe already. I polished it. I'm waiting for these outriggers because these outriggers they fold.
Oh, that's right. You made one, didn't you? Out of
wood. That's
right. I remember.
I have a whole shiny canoe. It's actually
on my channel. Yeah, the canoe's on my channel.
No, it's on also my channel. I polished it.
Oh, okay.
But. So what's going to happen? It's a 17-foot canoe. I have to register it with our Secretary of State, which is no big deal. All you do is just take the serial numbers and their bill of sale. This is what I got. But the outriggers, you pull the bars and then they fold out, and then you can have them up or down, which I'll be putting them down, so you can stand up in this canoe and fish. That's the whole idea. And if it's not enough balance, I'll put some more of them rubber bumpers or something on there. I want to get it so where I can stand up there and lean.
Yeah.
Reach over with a net and grab whatever.
My kayak, you're supposed to be able to stand up and fish, and I'm like, no. No. There's no way.
Plus it's going to have regular boat seats in it, so you got to sit back and relax. And it's going to have probably a 70 or 80 pound thrust 24-volt trolling motor. And that'll have the batteries up in the center of the canoe. So that should be pushing it along about 5 miles an hour.
Here's one thing I've learned about fishing. I like fishing. I like fishing a lot, but I don't necessarily like fishing by myself.
Right. So that's the thing.
I like going out with somebody. And my wife's asked, why don't you go out fishing more often? I said, because when I go out fishing in my kayak, it's just me.
Right.
I said, I don't mind it. I don't care if somebody wants to go kayak with me and just paddle around. I said, because it gets boring. I get bored. You know, it's double talk to somebody. I like that. I love fishing. But let's say they're not catching, or you're not catching anything, and they're not biting whatever. It's that much more boring. And I said, I like fishing a lot, but I want to be able to go out with.
So see, that's why I have the canoe, because I'm going up areas up in the rivers where nobody fishes.
Right.
You know, unless they have a canoe, because no one else can get up in there with the big boats because the trees across the rivers.
They couldn't get up there with a flat bottom?
No. You have to take the canoe out and portage at some of these areas. That's where I want to fish. When you have to get the canoe out of the water to make it to the next spot on the river, that's where I want to start fishing.
But it'd be a hell of a video if you tried jumping it.
Oh no, there's in the future there will be a flat bottom boat showing up. That's in the distant future. That's years off.
Yeah, never been big into river fishing. I mean, in Colorado, I did. I fly fished, but in Michigan, I haven't done a lot of river fishing. It's mostly lake fishing.
Well, just wait, because I'm going to be taking you up this river. When the river is about 15 feet wide and you get a 4-pound largemouth, life is exciting because you're wrapped around trees, you're wrapped around a canoe, you're wrapped around everything. Or you get that 35-inch pike that is ripping you.
Those things fight. I find pikes fight hard.
Oh, I love catching pikes. I love catching pikes.
I'm always scared to unhook them, though, man.
Oh, no.
I get nervous to unhook them.
No, you just reach around behind them.
I know, but...
Yep, you got it. Well, I guess you got to remember, I grew up on the water, so I fished every single day in the summertime. Every single morning, I was out fishing. My mother never had to worry about where I was at in the morning. She wouldn't even hear me leave the house because I was going fishing.
Right. I wish I would get that way with kids a little bit more.
See, and that's... Now, if I have a problem, one of my buddies can't go fishing with me, I have a grandson that will be more than happy to go fishing with me every day. That I want to go fishing. So.
Well, maybe he'll go.
He will go.
Hop off here now.
He catches that first. What's that, David?
I'm gonna hop off here. I gotta get a few things done real quick.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
Okay, bye.
See ya. Bye.
But yeah, that first fish that he catches, he's addicted, guaranteed.
Oh yeah, it's
Guaranteed.
bad. And that's why people like bass fishing too. I think more than anything because it's more of a fight. It's active. It's not just throwing a line in the water and waiting. You know, it's more active. I don't know. I like it all. Honestly, I just like putting a worm on a hook with a bobber and bluegill fishing. And when bluegills are biting, it's fun. I think it's so fun.
I'm not I'll do the hooks and the crawlers and stuff, but that's not my favorite fishing.
No, my brother's a bass fisherman, and I actually told him he's talking about getting a boat, and I'm like, dude, we should do a YouTube channel called, J&J. His name's Jeremy, J&J Bass Fishing, and start from the beginning, like start from scratch. He's thought about it, but I don't think we'll do it.
Well, I'm telling you,
I don't.
YouTube used to be, YouTube's changed for me. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, and I don't care how many views I have or who says what. I just like putting the videos out because I like sharing with people what I'm doing. Yeah, it's fun watching the views climb, but if it doesn't climb, it doesn't climb. Man, so what? But the things that I plan on doing in the next 20 years, I don't know what I'm going to be doing in 5 years from now. And everybody's, people just like watching what I do, even though it's crazy, boring, or whatever. My grandson's addicted to catfish, and wonder how that happened. I don't know.
Got him noodling down there, Neil? I don't know how those people do that either. That's to me crazy.
Oh, it is.
I was like, what?
It is. It's
they love it. They look like they're having fun, but man, I'm like, nah, look at my arm.
You see the blood running down their arms?
I don't need scars for the rest of my life on my arm, 14 different places,
Yeah, I see them do it, and then then you see them come up, and it's like, oh my goodness.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
But, you know, there's that's normal to them because they grew up.
It is, and that's their normal. That's fine. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's like the places that we go swimming. People wouldn't go swimming there.
No.
But it's normal to us. You know, it's no big deal. We're used to it.
Yep. And I still can't believe how many people don't understand that our lakes are like oceans that you can't see across them. They're like, that's impossible. You can see across every lake. I'm like, nah.
Oh.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. Oh, from where my shop is, you know, because the lake's right there, to Canada is 60 miles. You're not seeing 60 miles.
No. I don't know what it is, but yeah, you can't see across from Lake Michigan
you know,
to Chicago.
The Earth is rounded. The Earth is rounded.
Right.
60 miles, you're not going to see that.
You can get down, if you get down to the south side of Michigan, you can kind of see across it, but that's because the lake curves.
Right.
you're not really seeing it across. You're seeing it across the
distance. But yeah, it's I don't know. It is funny because people don't realize, you know, because they look at it on a map, it's a lake. Yeah, so what? You can see across it. No.
No, they're big lakes.
Yeah,
Big lakes.
I'm just looking forward to this year.
We don't have too much surfing going on here, but we can. You'll see them out there before a big storm coming in, like the wind.
Lake Superior, they're surfing there all the time.
Yep, but you gotta have the right weather. It isn't every day.
These guys are surfing in the fall and in the winter.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all suited up for the. Yeah, they're
windsurfing's big. Windsurfing's big. Oh, here. Yeah, you see them guys out there with the kites too, doing a lot of that kite stuff all the time.
Yeah, same thing with us all the time.
You know when I did this? I don't know if you know that, but I lifted my feet up like I was on a bunch of boards.
That's just funny.
Like why? Why did I lift my feet up?
Because that's what you were thinking of.
Oh, you see him jumping in the air. And,
yeah.
I actually want to do that. It looks fun.
Oh, it does look fun, but
looks like a workout.
You got to have a lot of upper body strength.
I know. I'm gonna have to get in shape.
Them guys are, yeah, that's a workout there, but they're having a blast. See, Lake Huron, these guys running the jet skis and everything all through the inland lakes. They have no idea what it's like to be on a big lake with 6-foot waves.
Oh, I know.
Oh my, is that a blast? That's an absolute blast. Because you will be underwater, guaranteed. Sooner or later, that thing's going into the next wave and you're getting peeled off.
Yep.
The hardest part about that is you're choking because you're laughing so freaking hard.
You're laughing as the water's entered your mouth.
Yeah, it's a freaking blast. So this is see, that's why I want to start sharing with everybody. It's all the stuff that don't cost us nothing. Because I bought the canoe, I'll never have to buy that again. Right. I'm going to buy all the riggers, I'll never have to buy that again. I'm going to buy the trolling motor and the batteries. That'll last who knows how long. Trolling motor, who knows. Batteries, I get 5 years out of them maximum, something like that. I don't know, whatever the deep cycle marine batteries go for. And then I have no expenses. Zero. I have to register it, which is $25 every 3 years or whatever it is.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it's no big deal.
No, but you're right. That's the kind. There's a lot of stuff we can do in Michigan that I couldn't do in Colorado.
No.
Which is, I never thought I'd miss Colorado, and I do miss it. The mountains are nice.
Oh yeah,
but there's so much to me. There's so much more to do here in Michigan than there is in Colorado.
Yeah. See, in the wintertime, we go in the depression mode because we can't be outside doing what we enjoy.
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah. Well,
I'm outside every day still.
Yeah, I'm not. But you know what I'm saying, though. So that's what we have a fight with a little bit. So that's why we're finishing our house, getting all this stuff done. So we decide that, in a couple of years, that we decided, well, we're done with Michigan for the winter, so we're going to go south.
That spring fever you get bad here, So my problem with Colorado was that I'd had that spring fever all winter long because it'd be January 4th and the sun's out. There's no snow on the ground. It looks like it's 80 degrees outside. And you go outside and it's still 30 degrees, freezing your butt off.
Right.
And it would just drive me nuts because I'd want to go outside and get stuff done, and I just would be too cold. That was cold there than I am here because of that wind coming off the mountains.
Right.
But, and when it's windy here, yesterday I was cold. Yesterday, when I got done taking those lights off those two places, was it yesterday? 2 days ago, I got home. I was cold for a few. I had to get warm.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have that my stocking hat. I was up there. The wind was blowing. And I was cold. I just was underdressed, is what it was. I thought I could go out there and get it done quicker.
Put some layers on her.
Yeah, I didn't have layers on, so I was cold.
Yeah, I gotta check with our local Carhartt store. They're supposed to get in some they're Carhartt hoodies. They're like an insulated sweatshirt, zipped up sweatshirt, but they're waterproof.
Nice.
I can't think of the name of them, but that should, it's a midweight coat, but it's thicker, so I can start taking the dogs for a walk. Because what I'm having is what you're talking about is I have so many layers on, but I get overheated.
Yep.
And I take the layers off, and the wind goes through it, so I'm trying
and then
to
your sweat freezes, and it's just like,
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm trying to find something that's going to work. So, so I can go out and spend more time outside, so I can be outside. So, but yeah, the layers. Car Extreme Bibs and coat is the ticket.
It is. I like my bib. I don't have Carhartt. I have a different brand, but they're the bibs. Everything's Carhartt, even though they're not Carhartt. And I love them. I just put on like a pair of thin long johns, and that's it. And I put those on, and that's what I've been plowing in. And I've been plenty warm. I've been perfect.
I got the Carhartt Extreme Bibs that Neil's talking about there. Yeah, them were nice. But also, you got to be careful because them are friggin' hot.
Yeah.
But that is the ones I have now. I think is my fourth pair in my whole life. That's how long them frickin' things last.
Yeah.
I wear them until there's holes in the knees. The linings. That's when I replace my Carhartts, which is a long time. I don't know how long it. I know it's been 4 pairs, maybe 5 in my whole life. So you're talking 30 years of working.
Right.
So that's they do a good job. Actually, my new camera bag is a Carhartt now. It's got still switching everything over. I still think I'm gonna have 2 camera bags, but the main camera bag I'm gonna grab is gonna have the GoPros and everything in it, and I just wanted that heavier heavier material so it protects the cameras because I'm throwing that thing all over the place all the time. And it's got a lot more front zippers.
You open those zippers to vent
it. Yeah, I can only open them so far. Then the legs are flapping.
Well, Mark, I'm going to get off here, buddy. You good?
Yeah, because I got to get my signs out. I got to get to the post office. So.
Yeah, I got to finish his numbers and try to get some stuff done around here. I'm trying to get the garage finished, cleaned up so the wife can park in there right now. I've got extension cords everywhere.
You can barely even walk in my garage right now because I started that part.
She's parking in there, but I keep moving stuff. I keep having to move stuff out of the way for her to get in. We're supposed to have freezing rain the last 2 nights, and we haven't. So I don't know.
Oh, we had freezing rain pretty much all day yesterday. It was not good. It was slippery.
Yeah.
But we're used to it. So.
Yep.
So Friday you'll see the beginnings of me tearing apart the shop. So.
Okay. We'll see you, Neil. All right. I'll look forward to it.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you.
See you later.
We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. See you Monday. We'll do Long Dog Coffee Monday morning again at 9 o'clock. Hey, as always, give maximum effort and be kind to everyone. Floyd, I'm out.